And when you write in the research method, the research method you use what the researcher use. In this case, use the cross and questionnaire, because the cross and questionnaire, the respondent could be answer for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you use 5 for strongly agree and 1 for strongly disagree. It's good or better if the researcher explain what is about the reliability and validity in the you use for in your study. And when you write the research method, it means that how the researcher create the instrument or questionnaire. You could not create the questionnaire without the literature review or review the previous study. Because if you create the research, the questionnaire without the previous study, the quality of the research is have the problem, because you write the question, you write the questionnaire not based on the previous study. And I suggest to use or adopt the research or adapt of the research question from the previous study, a new study for 5 years, not more than 5 to 10 years. And the preparation is very important, because you have to explain what is your preparation, the definite or indefinite preparation, because it's essential to find the number of preparation or the sample determination. If you use the definite preparation, you have to use the formula for calculation of the sample by definite preparation. Contrastly, if you use the indefinite preparation, you have to use the sample size determination formula for the indefinite preparation. It's not the same. And if you adopt the sample size in lower than 400, it's better if adopt for the sample size determination of the indefinite. The number of the sample size should be over 384 or 85. If you adopt the sample size only for, in this case, 214, it means that you have to find the previous study support. Why you choose to select the sample size only your 214? You have to use the previous study to support your article. And it's good if the researcher adopts a sample size over 200, because if you use to statistics to analyze for SEM or structural equation model, at least 200 is better, because in the case of some software not accept for the sample size lower than 200. If you adopt for 214, it means that you have to use the previous support to why you choose 214. And it's better, again, it's better if you adopt to collect the data from the samples who are over 18 years old, because avoid the ethical issue in the respondent who lower than 18, because they have to ask for permission from the parents, from their parents. Yes, in this case, in quantitative data and adopt Adengo or PLS SEM, when you collect the data, it means that is should include the duration period of data collection. In this case, the data collection is between February 10th, 20 to March of 30. And in the year of 2022. And what is the sampling technique the researcher adopt? And this case adopt for convenient sampling. And use the self-administer. It means that the online survey, the respondent can answer by themselves, not ask for the researcher to ask the question, because sent by the online survey. And online survey is very useful during the COVID-19 pandemic to avoid this avoid face-to-face and use the distancing. And this case use the online questionnaire. And when you distribute the data via online, you have to explain the research objective to let the respondent know what the objective of the research. And the data analysis you explain for how the researcher analyze for demographics profile. In this case, use SPSS version 27 for explain or analyze the descriptive analysis for frequency and for percentage for mean analysis and for standard deviation. And when you use SEM, the SEM could include the data of the converge alpha, could include the SRMR, could include the factor loadings. And it's good if the researcher explain the acceptable value of the converge alpha. In this case, acceptable value is over 0.7, and the acceptable value of the factor loading over 0.7, and the acceptable value of SRMR is less than 0.07, and based on previous study of new study. And you use for PLS, SEM, or anything, Adengo, or AMOS, or Smart PLS to test the hypothesis. They're different from the hypothesis IS and ES. IS is the single now, and ES is the plural now. In this case,